Welcome to That's Good Sports. I am Brandon. I sorted through all of the NFL news for you this week so you didn't have to read through the garbage. Perna. That's right, with the help of my friend at WillKey6. Follow him on Twitter. I'm bringing you our top 7 NFL stories this week. 7 at 7 is what we call it. Except this video is probably not going to be uploaded until 8 or 8:30. Fuck, I am already screwing up my own show. Oh, you can't do anything right, can you, Brandon? No, I can't, Mom. No, I can't. Get off my back. What we do is we rank the NFL news stories with no merit or relevance whatsoever, and we deem them to be significant and important for reasons you would never understand. So let's do it. Top 7 things that happened in the NFL this week and a little bit of last week. Coming in at the least interesting story of the week, so basically the loser of this episode is Dez Bryant is still unemployed. Dez is having a harder time trying to find work than a weed supplier in Jeff Sessions' entourage. Yes, he has one. The news here is Dez said he'll play a little bit later in the year. A little bit later, which to me means a couple of things. One, he thinks he can make more money once a receiver goes down with an injury. I'm playing the same game, Dez. I'm just waiting for Andrew Siciliano to tear his ACL so I can do NFL Red Zone. 2, his appearance on Hard Knocks was a sham, a publicity stunt to get TV time because he was craving attention. Because the Browns did offer him somewhere around $5 million to play in Cleveland. He said no, after he went around shaking every single person's hand and telling Hugh Jackson that he was just looking for realness.
What are you looking for, Dez?
I'm just looking for realness. Mm-hmm. That's all.
Liar!
Realness. Mm-hmm. That's all.
Liar! Dez Bryant, in your saying you wanted realness, you were being fake. You were being fake.
Realness. Mm-hmm. That's all.
This is about money, and everybody knows it. Plus, you probably knew with Josh Gordon coming back, you wouldn't get a lot of playing time. The number 6 newsiest story of the NFL week was the Broncos signing of Adam Pac-Man Jones to a 1-year deal. To fix their depth problem at corner, the Broncos added problem corner Adam, I'm 34, turning 35 this season, Jones. As you know, Adam Jones has the name Pac-Man because the nicknames Centipede, Pong, Cubert, and Miss Pac-Man were already taken by his college teammates. Big video game crowd, they were. Honestly, I don't even think the nickname Pac-Man makes sense for him. Remember when he tried to smash open Amari Cooper's brains when his helmet fell off?
But that's Amari Cooper. Oh, wow. Amari Cooper and Adam Jones.
What's a good nickname for a player who tries to do that? Smash a guy's brains. Oh yeah, Psychopath. Psychopath Jones, who loves strippers forever, is a better nickname.
Oh, wow. Amari Cooper and Adam Jones.
Now, Jones has obviously had trouble staying away from strip clubs in his career. Same way I have trouble being allowed in strip clubs. So I think we have to treat this situation with a little empathy. I mean, just look at this man. He is clearly a sex addict. The reason I know this is a sex addiction is because unlike when Antonio Brown did this, Jones actually climaxed. Twice. Coming in at number 4, Julius Thomas and Eric Decker both retired this week. Julius Thomas retired to pursue psychology and help players dealing with concussions, a very noble pursuit, while Decker retired because his 3 weeks with the Patriots broke his spirit and desire to ever play football again. The Patriot way. And the winning tweet of the week for this story belongs to @SportsTalkJoe3. Who in reference to the Big Dick Decker retirement said, Peyton Manning made Eric Decker into a 1,000-yard, 10-touchdown receiver. Tom Brady made Eric Decker retire. It's not even a contest. Peyton greater than Brady. Well, that pretty much settles the argument for me, especially when you consider the fact that when Wes Welker left Tom Brady for Peyton Manning, he caught 10 touchdowns and did not immediately retire. The number 3 news story, Raiders edge rusher Khalil Mack will likely miss regular season games, according to Yahoo Sports and all other sports media outlets. Khalil Mack also likely to miss playoff games. But that's just because he's technically still a Raider. The Raiders and Rams face off week 1, and with both Khalil Mack and Aaron Donald still not signed, it's my theory that John Gruden and Sean McVay are in cahoots to make their offenses just look better than they really are week 1. The question is, who will double-cross the other and sign their former Defensive Player of the Year 15 minutes before kickoff? It's the plot of the new James Bond movie, Golden Visor. Coming in at number 2, Odell Beckham Jr. signed a 5-year, $95 million extension with the Giants, and Aaron Rodgers signed a contract that could be worth up to $176 million with $100 million guaranteed and a $57.5 million signing bonus this year. Both contracts made Beckham and Rodgers the highest paid players at their positions. Odell is happy to be the highest paid wide receiver in the NFL. Just make sure no one tells him that he's making the same money as such NBA superstars as Enes Kennard, Kenny Bozeman, and Alan Carbs. All 18 mil per year. Ironically, 18 million to 1 are the odds that Beckham faces his best friend, Browns wide receiver Jarvis Landry, in the Super Bowl. Aaron Rodgers accepted becoming the richest man in NFL history by donning this Canadian tuxedo and a Wilford Brimley mustache, proving you can do whatever the fuck you want when you're that rich. Now, Rodgers is set to make $80 million by March. Apparently, during negotiations, Rodgers said to the Packers organization, "I want to make that Kirk Cousins guaranteed money, $80 million. And the Packers were all like, done. And then Rodgers was like, no, $80 million by March, or you can open mouth mustache French kiss this mustache goodbye. I know that was redundant, but you get the point. I'm Aaron Rodgers. Now, it's a good thing the Packers draft well, because they're probably going to be calling the Browns Michael Kendricks for insider trading advice. Kendricks is under federal investigation for insider trading, and I'm not sure what is a bigger surprise. An NFL linebacker being accused of white-collar crimes? I mean, a lot more classy than the way Ray Lewis did crimes. Or the fact that Jimmy Haslam, the master of white-collar crime, still is not in jail. He's avoided so many fraud convictions that he's actually agreed to represent Kendricks in court himself. That's a nice thing for an NFL owner to do for his player. And today's winner in the football news of the week is that the Jets traded quarterback Teddy Bridgewater to the New Orleans Saints in exchange for a third-round pick. This trade makes it clear that A, the Jets aren't going to waste any time starting rookie QB Sam Darnold, and B, it tells us that the Saints want to make Bridgewater the successor to Drew Brees. This is the second time Brees has had his replacement on the roster going back to the mid-2000s with Phillip Rivers breathing down his neck. Probably very creepily whispering, "Breezy baby, I know you're older than me, but I got more kids than you'll ever make with your short man DNA sperm. All my kids fixin' to be tall, mother lover." Phillip Rivers, it's fucking weird, man. Luckily, Bridgewater's only quirk is that he shatters his leg bones while jogging. The only question left is how long will Brees stick around? This could turn into a Favre-Rodgers situation, except we'll never get the wall-to-wall coverage again because ESPN has laid off basically everyone who was permanently stationed at Brett Favre's Mississippi house for what felt like 5 years. I will gladly fill that spot and stand outside of Drew Brees' gated community until I either figure out that he's going to retire or security escorts me off the premises, or I become a street performer in the great, great city that is NOLA. And those... Did I only do 6 stories? Did I skip a number? I knew this was too much for me to handle, honestly. I said 7 news stories. I think I did 8, but I only counted 6. Fuck. Thanks for watching another episode of That's Good Sports. Subscribe here on YouTube. Subscribe here on YouTube. Subscribe here on YouTube. 3 times. If I say it, you gotta do it. That's the rules, huh? Again, thanks to Will Keys for helping me write this episode. Will, where are you, Will? On Twitter at WillKeys6.